Alright, so I decided to do a video on a product I just got in. Didn't see any other videos on it yet. I ordered the Skull & Co. or Skull & Company, I'm assuming. GripCase and carry case for the Nintendo Switch Lite. Like I said, I tend to look up a bunch of videos before ordering something like that, so I make sure I don't buy a complete piece of garbage. Right now, like, anybody that's played a Switch Lite knows those things are not comfortable to play with for any extended period of time unless you're sitting like right at a desk with your hands and elbows on the table, kind of like just trying to hold them up, pinkies underneath and everything else. Currently what I'm using right now is, I guess, the OVO grip, which is actually not too bad. I mean, for a guy, it flexes a bit with your Switch in there and just using a standard case. I would have actually kept this the whole time, except for I don't want to have to leave it behind, and I'm not lugging this thing out on its own, and they don't make a case to fit with it. So I was somewhere between the Satisfy grip with their case or the Skull & Co. because I'd actually seen a lot of positive reviews about the original one for the full-size Switch. But I'm petty and I don't like to pay for shipping, so Satisfy, even with a deal, I didn't want to pay $8 shipping or $10 shipping to get the whole kit because I thought that was crazy. And like I said, I'm petty. Been using a standard case. I forget who makes it. Picked up at Best Buy after I got my Switch. Works in here nicely. Like I said, it was comfortable. I didn't mind it. You flex it a little bit in there. It's kind of awkward, but I mean, it wasn't too bad. I mean, I'd actually recommend the OVO hand grip if you don't already have one. But today I finally got in my Skull & Co. It took a while because it's coming from China. They're still, I guess, shipping from the manufacturer, and you can't get them from Amazon or anything yet, or anywhere stateside, so it took a little while. So it's still in the box, actually. This is how it showed up on my doorstep. Who knows if that's China Post or the US Postal Service, but I'm going to open this and we're going to go through and see how it is. Alright, this is my first kind of review on one of these, so forgive me. Camera angles and things may be awkward. I'm not into this unboxing stuff, but like I said, nobody else has one of these for this product yet that I could find. So I figured I would do the pleasure. Well, I'd hoped there was just the external box, but unfortunately this one's in rough shape. It's not rough, but I mean, there's some packaging issues here. I'm really hoping the case itself doesn't, or the box doesn't match what's inside, because I ordered a gray one. Yeah, so we'll have to see. Or maybe they're all clear and it's just a matter of what color hand grips you got. I was under the impression the whole thing would be gray. So let's see how it goes. Or let's see the box. The max carry case for the Switch Lite. Company name. Again, GripCase. The whole package. Let's see the back. Tells you everything. Interchangeable grips, all hand sizes. All that kind of fun jazz. So let's see what's in here. If you guys hear things in the background, that's my kid playing his Switch. Okay, got those. Okay, right here, these are the extra sets of grips, or one of the sets of grips. There and there. Feel pretty durable, hard, sturdy plastic. That's got a little bit of a click to it, but that's probably because it's loose and not attached to the Switch. And nowhere would you normally be squeezing it like that. Okay, everything's out of the box. Let's put that off to the side, or get that up there. Put those grips off to the side. There you go. Case. A little disappointed in that. They showed two different colors, but I mean, That burgundy maroon color is nice. Let's unzip it, find out what's all in there. We've got instructions, more instructions. There's the case. All right, so the case is clear. The way the picture showed, I guess the matching of color was actually the switch itself. Last set of hand grips. That's definitely like a softer plastic. Plenty of the other reviewers know what it's called. Haven't paid attention. I just want to know how it would feel. Let's see how well let's double check the instructions, make sure we put it in there correctly. Yep, kind of like I suspected from seeing how they handle things with the original. I'm going to start off with putting shoulder buttons in there first. And then pressing the rest of it in there. I mean, that doesn't feel too bad at all. Can't really tell. If you look, it's hard to tell. They might be slightly asymmetric, but maybe not. Holding it like that, that doesn't feel too bad at all. Let's make sure that's all the way on. There we go, that's better. I'm going to say I am not a fan of the shoulder butt pads. All right, well, for the, RZ, LZ buttons, the ones in the back, that's not so bad. But those, that's kind of, maybe I'll have to get used to that a bit. Headphone jack is about the same size as the headphone jack, so that should be good. Game card slots exposed, so we can always get in there. Something I knew was going to happen is this stuff's all covered, but okay, it works. You gotta put a little more pressure with that. That actually feels nicer for those. Underneath, your micro SD slot's covered, which is fine because I feel like once it's in there, it's in there. Charging things, everything else. See the underside. And let's see how it plays. What was I playing earlier? I was showing my friend how the game things work for the NES thing. All right, well, that's that. I'm not going to continue playing. I'm going to be terrible at it. See how it works with the rest of it. I mean, from everything I've read, this flap is there for the sake of being more of a stand, which I'm not too worried about. I never bought this thing to watch anything. Let's see, there's anything where I'm not going to be using it handheld mode. Sorry about the glare from above, but I get what that's all about. I mean, fits in like that, nice. Okay, that's better than this case I have now. Like, right now, the case I have now, you can see they put the Velcro, so you lose these two slots, and it's only good for about, I don't know, 6 holding spots. This way it's going to give you the full 8. One downside to it is there's not an actual zipper pouch or anything for your headset, or I keep a pair of headphones and extra thumb covers in mine. But the way they show, there's plenty of space on the underside here that you could keep all that stuff in, which is plenty of room. They actually usually would show like a power bank in there, but I don't play mine enough where it's not going to get charged each night, and I don't play enough on the go. Let's close that up. They've had their name nicely embroidered there. zips up. Let's see. Here's the difference between the two. I mean, let me see if I can. Definitely a size difference. But I don't keep much in my work bag anyway, so that's probably going to fit in there not bad, and actually probably better. It's not going to seem as lost in there. I'm going to play some more games with it tonight, and I will add to the review shortly. All right, I've taken the time to play a couple of the games so far. Tried a kind of a variety. I played Street Fighter on here, Super Mario World, and Fortnite, just to see the different things. With Fortnite, it was one of my big concerns was those strange shoulder pad or shoulder button covers. They feel awkward when you're just playing with it, like toying around with the case like this. But in the midst of the game, it's not that bad. You don't quite notice it nearly as much as you think you would. Right now I have two different handle grips on there. This one here is the trigger grip, so your finger can sit like that while bap, bap, bap. And when I first put it on, I was like, that's actually quite comfortable. It's a nice place to put your hand or put your finger out of the way. It's not grabbing anything. It's just kind of, it's laying in there. Had the same thing on the other side, but after playing a game or two, I kind of like the plus grip they have. It's just a slight bit girthier, and it kind of bumps your hand out a little further, so you're getting kind of clearing that right joystick a little better. It's not greatest. It's not as wide as, say, the OVO one I showed at the beginning of the video, or probably even as wide as the Satisfy one that's really putting out there, but it's not bad. And it is a little more comfortable for that kind of thing, but you might like that nice resting. I guess it depends on what you're gaming on at the time. It also came with these much smaller, flatter ones for like a light grip, but even with small adult hands, I don't see myself using those. Maybe my kid would use them, but not for me. So yeah, that's it. So it's the Skull & Co. Switch grip case for the Switch Lite with the max carry case. I think it cost me $37, free shipping. Takes a while to get from China, but really it's very nice. The case feels a little odd when you're hitting your A button, like you kind of bump it at times depending on where your finger is resting, but it's not that bad. I guess it depends on how intense you're playing with it. And one thing I did notice as I was playing, if you look at the bottom, pretty good. I don't know if you'll be able to catch it, but the camera's not. But they have their company name embossed into the plastic there. So, sorry, I'm shooting this on an iPhone, so you're not really going to see all that, especially not with the rear camera mode. But anyway, that's that. It's the Skull & Company Switch Lite grip case with the removable grips. So, like I said, not bad. I would definitely, if you need one and want the case and everything else, I mean, pretty sound investment. Go for it. And still looks nice. I kind of like the contrast of getting a different color and adds a little something to it. But that's that. All right, guys, enjoy. If you liked it, hit the like button, and maybe next time.